Alright, so today is May 24th. It's going to be the 5th update. I'm doing this one pretty quickly because I'm about to harvest some more cucumbers here real quick, so go ahead and get into it. And I've also changed a couple of things around too, so we'll go ahead and start off the pear tree. See, it's coming along. Got a couple of pears right there. So my cucumbers, this is being trained up around this branch right here, and that is above my head by a few inches, so it's getting up there. It's just going crazy. I've got all these heads on here too, all these different heads in here, right here. I got a couple more. Look, I got one right here coming up in the middle. That's another little head. I've got one right there. I got all these flowers in here. If you want to go ahead and here's one of my cucumbers right here, going down the side of that. I mean, it's just huge, you know. I ain't going to the under here. I got a couple of little ones here and there. I got another nice one growing right there. Another nice one right in there. I harvested those other two, the one that was on the ground down there last time, and the big long one that was hanging down. Look, I got another one right there, and I've already eaten them. They were great, by the way. Nice juicy cucumbers. I harvested the seed out of one of them. There's a couple more right there. So, alright, and then we got my Arkansas Traveler, still doing pretty well. I got her tied up. It's coming up over on this side, kind of letting it get the good morning and afternoon light where it's at right there. And this is the site of where my Cherokee Purple used to be. I have transplanted it over onto that side of the garden, way over there by the fence. We're going to take a trip over there in just a few minutes. We're going to pass by the orange tree. We're going to make a quick stop. You can see it's still doing pretty good. The quick stop I want to show you right here. I got a little bit of new growth coming up, all up and down the branch there. Got another branch coming in right there. I'm thinking about getting rid of the lower ones and keeping it clean like they've been doing at the nursery up until the split, and letting the split grow out. I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to research that more online. If anybody has any suggestions, I'd be glad to hear them. So, weather been really nice. We're doing probably upper 60s to lower 70s in the evenings, and we're doing probably, I'd say upper 80s to lower 90s during the day. We're just breaking into the 90s. Very little rain, very little rain. Not really much to speak of at all. Passing by the herb garden real quick. We'll come back to that in just a second. We're gonna stop by the Cherokee Purple and show you where I got that planted and what I've done to it. So here we are. We're gonna grow this up the side of my fence instead of up the side of that tree there. We just did this today. I mean, it stunted, it wasn't doing anything, and then all of a sudden all this little stuff started coming up at the top, but it's been like that for a while. So I trimmed back, you can see right here, I trimmed back all these right here. I dug it out from the spot over there. I put it in the ground, and I put a good amount of mulch up and all around it like that, and we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna stop by the lemon tree. The lemon tree has been doing better, I guess. The leaves are starting to green out nicely. Stopped losing leaves and everything. Looking alright. I still got little brown spots here and there. So, I don't know. Keep it up. We're watering it every other day. We'll see what happens. And then we'll just pass by the peach tree. Nothing really new to speak of on that. I did kind of trim off a couple of branches. I don't know if y'all saw that last time. Some of these ones that were going straight up. I figure it's better to let the branches that I want to get better than have a whole bunch of little ones coming up. So, alright, I'm gonna go on into the herbs. This is my mint. My mint's starting to flower. You can see I got some really nice flower tops coming on top of that. This is my third Husk cherry right here. And if we get down in here, you can really see how big these things are coming out. Like, they're really getting nice. So I've been harvesting out of these, getting probably 1 to 2 Husk cherries per plant per day. I got a bunch inside, and I probably should have brought some outside to show y'all what they look like. But we'll do that another day. It's my pineapple right there, still doing good. My oregano, I trimmed back most of it except for this one right here, because I had all this nice little new growth in here, and heck, I even got some of that new growth, got a flower on top already. So, and then I've got my silver thyme right here, and then I got all my little grapefruit trees that are still doing pretty well. Let's move down the line, and then I've got my regular thyme. And we've got this basil right here, which I just trimmed off the top yesterday. I found out that it is not a normal sweet basil. It does taste like a normal sweet basil, but it's called lettuce basil. And it's actually kind of neat. It grows those big, huge lettuce-looking leaves, and it's got a basil flavor, and you can eat it in a salad if you want. My rosemary, which is doing good, and now being taken over by, back up a little bit so you can see, that is my second Husk cherry plant that I planted, and it is just booming. It is going everywhere. Super stoked. I'm a little disappointed I didn't give them a little bit more room. I mean, heck, I didn't realize they were going to be like this. So they're growing up and taking over everything. So we're going to have to find a spot for these suckers next year. They're not going to be in my herb garden next year. As you can see, I've got all kinds of Husk cherries in here. Like, these things are everywhere. So, oh yeah, look right there. You got a couple of good ones in there. And then on to my first Husk cherry plant, which is doing the same thing. It's grown over to meet this one, and it's taking up the side of my basil and my cilantro. And you can see, heck, right there at the very top of this one, I got a couple of big ones right there. And then down this thing, I got a couple of nice ones in there too. Let's see, we can go under here, and I got a couple of nice ones under there. I mean, these things just explode, and they're everywhere. I can't wait for this thing to start ripening and really start dropping. Like I said, it hasn't been producing much, but they've been getting fat and big on here. The ones I've been getting have been awfully small. And then we got my cilantro plant. I'm done with it. Cut it back just the other day. I'm done though. I'm gonna let it go ahead and produce coriander. I'm not gonna cut it anymore. When it produces coriander, I'm gonna cut the heads off, and we're gonna see what happens. If it grows back again this summer, that'd be great, because I'd love to use it again this fall. If not, oh well. This is my basil plant. I chopped the heck out of this yesterday. My brother called me from the restaurant, couldn't get any basil, so that's where it went. I also chopped a little bit off of this purple basil. I gave him that lettuce basil over there too. So anyway, I don't think I have anything else to show you. That's gonna be it for a couple of weeks. Next time you see this, hopefully we'll have a whole bunch of produce sitting out in the backyard to show you as well. So anyway, till then.